freaking Monday morning. It is the official week 1 of half marathon training. And I am doing my warm-up right now, my 3-minute walk warm-up with Jeff Galloway in my ear. I downloaded the Jeff Galloway app, so he'll help me along since I'm doing these trainings pretty much by myself, other than whenever my son and I are going out together. But it's about time to start running, so happy week 1. So we're walking right now. Yeah, I've never ran with or worked out with like a training guide in my ear. So actually having him like encourage you and tell you when to stop and tell you when to go is actually really nice. I like that. So it's actually making this run a little bit easier. Giving me time to fiddle with my equipment and everything. So it's actually making it nice. And I've never ran here. Well, I've done a walk here. I've done a memorial walk for an officer that was killed a few years ago during a domestic dispute. But I've never actually been here and ran here, and I'm trying to find new places to keep it interesting instead of running my same old paths. And so this one's actually really nice, and thankfully, normally in the beginning of September here and the coast of South Carolina, it's sometimes still 100 degrees. So it's actually really nice that it's like high 60s, 70s right now. Oh, and it's run time. Oops. Oh, my shins are screaming. Not happy. I did not stretch properly, so my shins hurt. But I'm alright, halfway there, 15 minutes in. Well, more than 15 minutes in, but 15 minutes to go. Let's do this. Hydration stop. Just had to take a little stop really quick by the car since I was around this way. Hit a porta potty. Sorry, Marilyn Monroe, but porta potties are a girl's best friend. Anyway, hydration stop. And since we're stopped, I chit chat about my equipment that I mentioned a little bit ago. So this is a Sprints bag made for running, hiking, all of that stuff. But it actually has this nifty little strap here that holds it down and keeps it from bouncing too much, which is great. So before I would go running without fuel and all of that stuff, or shove it in my pockets, and then it gets kind of gross. But with this, it's really great because I can put all my fuel, my ID, my car keys, all of that into the bag, and I have it all right there with me. So let's get back to it. Let's go. Happy Friday the 13th. Some little Jason shorts. Had to dress up for the holiday. It is day 2 of week 1 of runDisney half marathon training. So it's a nice day. You can see beautiful rough waves behind me. So we're gonna do a little run down near the beach. I got 30 minutes today, and then Killian and I, if he's feeling better, he was out sick today. He's feeling better. Killian and I have our 3-mile 5K. Obviously it's 3 miles, but 3-mile run for training, which works out perfectly for the 5K. So what did I just say? Yeah, we're gonna go with that. It's been a long day. I've been at work all day, so I'm gonna get stretched and we're gonna get on the road. Someone is grilling. And it's charcoal. Oh my god, it smells so good. I just realized how hungry I am. And it's hot. It's been rainy off and on all day, and the clouds were nice and covering. Now there's no clouds like that. The sun is just straight beating down. It's a little, look at that. It's a little warm. It's warm. Somehow I screwed up my app, the Jeff Galloway app, and managed to shut it off on myself and had to finagle it to get it back to where I was, but of course it didn't track what I had already done, so I need to play with that and figure that out. Last week, our last training session, it was my Apple Watch kept messing up and pausing on me, and this time, oh my god, it's so hot. This time it was the app, so it's gonna be a struggle figuring those out. It is hot. It is very hot, even though there's so many clouds in the sky. I didn't feel like nope. There we go. I didn't feel like there was a lot of cloud coverage over the sun, so it kept it very hot. But it was a nice run. A little splotchy and red. I had to take a break, of course, halfway through, and I had to, where did I put them? I had to take a salt stick electrolyte break. Coconut pineapple, these are really good. I highly suggest these. Reduce heat stress, reduce muscle cramping, maintain electrolyte levels, and boost stamina. And the coconut pineapple is the one that I have, and it's really good. But I also have water and Powerade in the car. I had other fuel in the car as well, but I didn't feel like I needed that kind of nutrients and that kind of fuel. So I just stuck with the salt chews and the Powerade. But, oh, I forgot to turn off my watch. But let's see. I don't think I can check it on here. But I mean, it was a good good session is what I was trying to say. Good session. Even though it's hot, I still feel good. I have some cramps. I stretched, but I don't feel like I drank enough water. I'm not hydrated enough. So I have some pains going on in my shins, some calf muscle tension, but I'll just make sure I'm hydrated for my 3 miles on Sunday. And I'm gonna tell you guys that this breeze coming off of this ocean is amazing. You can see the clouds moving too. Look at that. And the breeze is just beautiful. Beautiful breeze. Anyway, alright, I'm gonna go home, take a shower, eat some supper, and rest, and get ready for the 5K on Sunday, along with all my work that I have to do at my shop. So, bye guys. Good Sunday morning. It is, of course, raining. It wasn't supposed to rain today, but it is. So, you know, I hate running in the rain. It is honestly, absolutely hate it. It's the worst. But with training, I'm trying to keep in mind that there's a possibility that I may have to run in the rain during the half. So I'm just making it part of what it is, you know, just going with it. It's a good cause. It's a good reason to be running in the rain this time. So we're gonna do it. So I am wearing a local heroes shirt today. Sergeant Gordon Best, he passed away, you see. January 1st, 2021. It was a bad way to start the year. I I got a little emotional, honestly, because driving in, we drive past, I'm sorry I'm making so much noise, I'm trying to get my keys into my Sprints bag. But I got a little emotional because driving in, they have all of the placards for all of the fallen heroes that were out in New York City that day at the towers. And it kind of got me, you know, it got me a little emotional. And my fiance is a medically retired officer from the Bronx. My chosen family is pretty much all police officers. We have a firefighter, and we have an EMT that still lives in New York. So it really kind of pulls at my heartstrings to see all of the family members that were lost. And you know, it's emotional. It's very emotional. So it's a good thing, I guess, if it's raining, nobody can see if anybody is actually getting a little teary-eyed and crying a little bit. So, alright, it's time to get out into this rain and go meet Danny. And it starts, I get out of the car to start walking to meet Danny, and there is a firefighter. He is getting all geared up, getting prepared for his run in his full gear. It's gonna be a day. Okay, that was weird. The run was good. The community during this run is amazing. Everybody's cheering everybody on. There's a ton of people at the finish line that are cheering you on, motivating you. And that's just, it's amazing. It's a great thing for everyone to be out running for. I got smoked by like a 6-year-old right at the end, at the finish line. This kid came out of nowhere and just smoked me. It was very impressive. I finished in like 37 minutes according to my Apple Watch timer. 37 minutes. I PR'd my first mile. I don't know why I just said hour. I'm tired. Anyway, I like PR'd my first mile, 11:34, I think it was. It was either my first or my third. I can't remember which one. I kind of walked a lot during my second mile. The rain in my shoes, it just got me. But that mile was good. I was very happy whenever I got the notification that I hit that. You know, there's a few people that probably thought I was a little nuts because I was listening to the runDisney training Spotify playlist, and so I was kind of singing along to the music in between having guided tips by Jeff Galloway, because I'm using the Jeff Galloway app, and he helped me keep up with my intervals and all of that. So that was a plus. Let me show you guys these cute things before we end it for the week. My friend got me these, and it says, run all the miles, eat all the snacks. The cute little Disney bib things. And that's what I wore today. It's my little bib. Motivation, right? Amongst the amazing heroes that fought and still fight for us, and serve us. So we serve them the best way that we can, which is by doing things like this. So thank you guys for joining me for this training week. Week 1 is done. We're done, and now on to week 2. See you guys later. Bye. Okay, now that I have my bearings, my bearings back, and my brain is functioning properly. Let's talk training schedule for the Run Disney half. It's gonna be interesting the next month or so. So I am going into the second busiest weeks, like 2 weeks of my full-time job. May is one of the biggest times, and then the end of September, beginning of October, like those 2 weeks are my second busiest. And I have training through the entire period of this busy fall session. And I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Back a few years ago, I was getting up early. I mean, I'm talking like I work 12, 13, sometimes even 14-hour days for a week, and it's 2 weeks straight. The first week's not that bad, but that second week, like it's long days. But I used to get up in the morning super early and either do a quick 10-minute mile, you know, whichever one I felt like, run, or I would go to the gym really quick and, you know, throw some weights around. But I would end my day doing the opposite. So if I ran in the morning, I went to the gym at night after I got off work. If I went to the gym in the morning, I would go for a run after work, and I felt amazing. Like, best sleep I've ever had. Like, felt amazing. So I'm hoping in the next few, like, 2 weeks, I can get myself back to that, to where I'm ready for it, you know, where it's not going to be so tiresome. But at the end of that long week, I have a 5-mile run, and following the Jeff Galloway app, it's not just a 5-mile run. It is a like 3-minute walk warm up. It's a 5-minute run warm up, and then your 30 minutes, and then you do a 5-minute run warm down, and then a 3-minute cool down walk. So I mean, it's almost like a 50-minute session. So I'm gonna have to work that out, and we're gonna have to do it. Like, there's no questions, no ifs, ands, or buts. It's going to have to get done. And then that Sunday on the 6th, it's a 5-mile run. I've only ran 4 miles once, and that's because I was on the treadmill a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what, I can do this. And I did it, and I was like, all right, if I can do that, then we're good. we're good. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna pull that one off, because I mean, it's not a 12-hour day that day, but we're, you know, it's after a week of several 12-hour days. So we'll have to see how that one works out. But here's the kicker. So, all right, so I have the last week of September is a super busy week, and then the first week of October, extremely busy week. My son's birthday falls in the middle of that as well, which his whole life I have been working like this, so he knows. He already knows, like, the poor kid, he's amazing. But that's how we always ended up going to Orlando for a week for his birthday, because I miss his birthday. So he's spoiled. But back to the topic. But yeah, so on the 6th, at the end of this extremely long work period, I get up on the 7th and I go to a eyebrow waxing, eyelashes. You can see I have them done now because I'm trying to get used to them, and nails. I have to go to this appointment, and then I load mine and my fiance's car, well, my mother's car and my fiance's car, and then I go to Florida. I head to Florida after working all of this and doing training. We go to Orlando, my mom and I, So we're gonna be down there and knocking out a park day. You know, her, I, and my girl Danny. And then my fiance and my kid, they come down. And then I get married. So everything is boom, 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 right after the other for the next, like, month. Yeah, so I'll be training down there, which will be fun. That'll be fun. I'm staying at one of the Disney resorts, so it'll be fun to run around there and get some inspiration, some motivation. And then Sunday, so we leave Disney, we go to Universal, and then I'm excited about I'll be running there too. But then, which I've done before, that's nothing new to me. I love running in Universal. But then Sunday we leave to go to Miami, and then I get on a cruise ship. So then I'm training on a cruise ship. It's gonna be very exhausting. It's a lot. I have a lot packed into the next month. But then everything slows down whenever I come home, so I guess it'll be like training as normal. But I'm excited about that, about, you know, doing the training down there and then on the ship, and it'll be different, which is great. Trying to find different places to run here is not that easy. So I think that's the part that I'm most excited about, is having different places to run and train at instead of the same normal places that I run at all the time. Because I run pretty often, so, you know, but now I'm running with purpose instead of just getting out to run. So it's nice to have other places to go to. So, yeah, so the next month is going to be hectic. So this was the last week where it was kind of just a chill training session, and next week is going to be start the craziness, and then we lead into even more craziness, and then even more craziness. But we're going to get through it, and it's going to be a good time. I'm rambling again. I'm going to figure this out. I'm still getting my bearings together when it comes to this, and I'm going to figure it out. But I have my virtual medals up here, so that I can see them and I can remember what we're doing in my little office area. So thank you guys, and I'll see you for week 2. Had to go grocery shopping. Now I'm soaked again. Oh, I should have stayed home.